And once again, all you weather geeks, it is the Tuesday evening edition of the Valley's most in-depth, detailed, geeky weather forecast video. As kind of dull and boring as last week was, we have no shortage of things to talk about this week. We are going to have a transition over to some wintry weather, and then we've got some serious warmth to talk about, it looks like, as we go into that first week of March. So let's get right to it. Kind of a gloomy-ish day today, a little bit of sneaky sunshine this morning, but this time-lapse from Columbiana shows generally clouds were the flavor of the day, and as we got into the afternoon especially, these clouds started to yield some rain, and some light rain has been pestering us for most of the mid to late afternoon hours. And as of this recording at 6:30 this evening, we have some light rain throughout the WFMJ television viewing area. A few pockets where it gets a little bit heavier, but generally this is all pretty light. And where the air is cold enough, we are starting to see snow emerge from Chicago to South Bend up towards Grand Rapids. Eventually Fort Wayne, Toledo, Detroit will get in on the act with the snow tonight into tomorrow morning. That's where winter weather advisories are out for a good chunk of central Illinois, roughly the northern half of Indiana, northwestern part of Ohio, and into southeast Michigan as well. A little bit closer to home, it's actually a winter storm watch, and this is for the lake effect component of things that will start kicking in as we go into tomorrow night and into Thursday and Thursday night. This includes Geauga, Lake, and Ashtabula counties in Ohio, Crawford and Erie in PA, over into Chautauqua, Cattaraugus counties, Erie County, Wyoming County in western New York, around the Buffalo area as well. All right, so back here at home, rain showers here and there for this evening. I kind of suspect this is a little overdone on our Futurecast overnight. I don't think there's much going on after midnight, aside from maybe a sprinkle or a quick shower. Expecting a generally dry period for late tonight into tomorrow morning. A couple of random raindrops, but that should be about it. Now, the more interesting weather occurs as we get into the second half of the day tomorrow. This will be rain for most of the afternoon, but notice the rain snow line may be to about I-71 by about mid-afternoon, and that rain snow line will continue making eastward progress as we get into the evening. So I think we'll see a changeover from rain to wet snow probably between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. from west to east across our area Wednesday evening. Now, at first, this is not going to really stick to a whole lot. Temperatures will still be mostly above freezing at first, but then the Arctic air will push in, and I've got a low of 23 in the forecast for tomorrow night. So eventually, the snow will have no trouble sticking to objects as we go through the night. Thankfully, the snow is going to taper off later on at night. Now, there's a map being passed around from another weather source. I've seen it on social media quite a bit over the last couple of hours, showing 4 inches of snow in Youngstown by Thursday morning. That is not going to happen. An inch or so, yeah, I could see that. Inch and a half, maybe, worth of snow in some spots as a possibility by Thursday morning, but not 4 inches. And then this becomes a little more of a lake effect event as we go into Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. Now, this all kind of looks kind of coarse looking on this simulated radar, but I think there'll be more finely tuned bands of snow. This is kind of a westerly to west-northwest flow situation, so this is not one of those things where a lot of these bands are going to penetrate all the way down to Wheeling and Steubenville. This will be more focused, I think, in areas north of I-80 as far as the lake effect goes, Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, and some areas will do really well with this, especially Ashtabula County over into Erie, PA, into western New York. And because of the orientation of these bands, I don't think you're going to see much in the way of additional accumulations Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, south of I-80, and especially south of 224, down into Columbiana County. You know, if you get your inch out of this, it's probably tomorrow night. The lake effect does not add much to those totals Thursday afternoon into Thursday night. But because some areas could see more accumulations with the lake effect, a grand total between Wednesday night and daybreak Friday of an inch to 2 or 3 in a lot of the heart of our viewing area, northern Mahoning County, southern Trumbull, parts of Mercer. Can't even rule out 3, 4, even 5 inches in total from Mesopotamia over to Kinsman, over to Greenville as well. And again, the bonus snow with the lake effect is what's primarily driving those higher amounts. An inch or so will about do it in most of our area, I think, for Wednesday night and first thing Thursday. We might have some slick spots to contend with Thursday morning, but I really don't think anyone's going to see 4 inches worth of snow on the ground in our area by daybreak on Thursday. But 4 or 5 inches in total with some lake effect. That's going to be a possibility. No matter how much snow you get, it's going to be windy and cold, that is for sure. Wind gusts could top out around 40 miles per hour or so on Thursday, and that's going to create some wind chills that will not be much fun at all on Thursday. Considering it's been pretty mild lately, this will be a little bit of a shock to the system with wind chills in the single digits, and there we go, single digits and lower teens Thursday afternoon and into Thursday night as well. The wind will still be pesky into the day on Friday. Now, this is the new 8 to 14 day outlook, and boy, looks familiar, doesn't it? And, you know, this could be some pretty anomalous warmth coming our way middle of next week. Now, this is just one run of one model. It's today's European model, but it does advertise next Wednesday, the 4th of March. We'll be marching forth to the upper 60s to around 70 if the European model is right. Now, this is at this point an outlier, but at the very least, I think 50s are very likely during the middle of next week for at least a couple of days. So the cold snap that's coming at the end of this week and into the weekend is a 3 to 3.5 day deal. The turnaround starts on Sunday and really kicks in by the middle of next week. So by this time next week, we could be talking about some nice spring fever weather, even though it's probably going to come with some rain during the middle of next week. All right, that's it for tonight. More updates on what we can expect winter weather-wise over the next couple of days this evening on social media and tonight on 21 News at 11 and anytime, of course, on the Storm Tracker 21 app.